Today, we are joined by a remarkable leader, Mr. Niilanjan Roy, with over 25 years of experience in the automotive industry. So, if you could leave a sticky note on every corporate desk, what would it say?
Smile. We hardly smile these days.
He has a strong digital presence with over 13,000 LinkedIn followers. What is your current definition of success? I'm sure your definition of success when you started your career, that is 25 years back, would have been something different.
Your questions are super good. Thank you for this question. I usually believe the first impression is what carries along with people, and you cannot fake it. Sometimes they say fake it till you make it, but it doesn't last too long. Coming from India, we have that cultural sensitivity. We know how to adjust, and working with the French, working with the US guys, working with the Japanese.
So let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of the Twin Podcast. Today we are joined by a remarkable leader, Mr. Niilanjan Roy, with over 25 years of experience in the automotive industry, shaping purchasing, strategy and sustainability across Asia's most dynamic markets. He has a strong digital presence with over 13,000 LinkedIn followers who look up to his insights and leadership. Born into a Bengali family and raised near Rourkela steel plant in Odisha, Niilanjan began his career at Denso, a Japanese firm in Delhi, before moving to Chennai in 2007. Since then, he has held senior purchasing roles at Visteon, Radel, Motherson Group and Faurecia, impacting global procurement at every step. Today, he is leading direct purchasing and indirect purchasing for India and Vietnam at FORVIA. He holds an engineering degree, an MBA from Great Lakes, a postgraduate diploma in business law, and is a certified master life coach. Outside of work, he is a former college volleyball player, avid reader, and enjoys tutoring his kids. Mentored by great leaders and known for building multicultural teams, his core belief is strong teams built on trust and collaboration can definitely drive success. Today, we'll discuss his leadership style, sustainability, procurement, and coaching. So, hello, sir. Welcome to the podcast. How's your day going so far?
Yes. Good evening and good morning to all of your viewers, and I hope both of you are doing well, Roshan, Rohan.
Yes, we are doing great.
Yes.
So, we'll get started with our first question, sir. So, you've had 25 years of successful purchasing experience across Japan based, US based, and French based firms. So, what are your core principles that have guided your leadership through this evolving journey?
See, in the various stages of my career, I guess the first and the foremost thing was not to reinvent. There was no fixed solution to apply. So every time we had to apply a new way of working. So, and the times were changing, the expectations were changing. So what happened in 2020 was not the thing which was happening in 25. So each year, and purchasing being a very dynamic field, it kept on changing. I had gone through in my past a scenario of merger and acquisition where we had to completely reinvent. So, and it was very challenging because each time in my previous after I had stayed in the company 14 years. So, but each time the job was changing. So, though many people go and change the job, so I was lucky in that same organization. I kept on changing, kept on learning. So each time I had to reinvent myself. So each year we see our hormones, our dead cells changing. But for me, it was like each year the reflection was huge. The management expectation, and it was sometimes a question of survival. Sometimes you had to reinvent. Sometimes you had to the working with a youngster, you had to go for a reverse mentoring. So it was exciting last 25 years. Suddenly when you ask me this question, like I go back to the memory lens. So it has been very it has been a wonderful journey. Yeah.
That's really interesting. As they say, change is the only constant. Things keep changing
Yes.
and we have to change with them.
Yes, absolutely.
So you've worked across, various, geographical locations such as India, Vietnam, which will of course change the culture in itself. So how do you adapt or, tailor your leadership skills, that is be it in India or Vietnam? How's it?
See, I think two things really helped me. One, basically, I was a very good sportsman, and being a good sportsman, you have to, uh, whoever is the other side of the team, you don't need to worry. You have to worry on how you can win the match. So, and from at a very young age, I used to be in very good in sports, and I represented my college, as you introduced, in volleyball and football and stuff. So, that attitude of taking the team along was there. It was almost there. And then once you got this role, it was like, if I see at hindsight, being a Bengali, as you introduced, staying in Orissa, I know to speak now Odia, I know to speak Bengali. Now in Chennai for last 15 years, I know and know to speak and understand the cultural part of it. So if somebody asks me which part of India you belong, I have very big difficulty to explain, because I stayed in Delhi. I work with the people in Maharashtra, South. And in my last organization, when I was leaving, people used to call me Anna. They never used to call me Neil. So I think I understood that everyone is different. Cultural sensitivity was different. And then, I in the past I used to work with people in Korea. So they are completely different, right? And the best thing is still I am in touch with them. So I am, no, though I have left my previous organization, I'm in touch. Whenever the guy is moving, he's telling me about his coordinates. And same when in Thailand, those guys, when they get married or stuff, they're still inviting. So it was very easy. Coming from India, we have that cultural sensitivity. We know how to adjust. And working with the French, working with the US guys, working with the Japanese. So initial upbringing was with the Japanese, and the best people, very very meticulous planning. So I think the ecosystem helped me. So I didn't do anything intentionally, but ecosystem, starting from being good in sports, then this this moving across India, thanks to my dad working in the steel plant, then me getting a job in Chennai. So that helped me. So I never had, that all the comfort factors. So I had to really adjust it, and then it became a normal, so I didn't realize it happened automatically. So, and now in Chennai, like in so many years, I have had people in my team who tell me that you can see and tell us without even we telling you. So, over the years, I have developed the art, because sometimes whatever they say might be I'm not able to catch it. But no, the as you know, God, if you lose one sense, you get another sense. So I have been able to scan things out. No, sometimes I am wrong, sometimes, but majorly I am right, because I have worked on the things gone wrong. How my camera sensor works. So I usually believe, the first impression is what carries along with people, and you cannot fake it. Sometimes they say fake it till you make it, but no, it doesn't last too long.
Yeah.
And since in Chennai so many years, and it has been interesting. So no formulas here. So it came automatically. I accepted it and evolved it. I made mistakes. It's not like I didn't make mistakes. Sometimes, when you work with different cultures, sometimes you have to also accept few incidences. I have made a mistake, and then those mistakes also later you realize there was a good reason that you made a mistake. So if you didn't make a mistake, you will fail fast, learn fast. I always believe that. So sometimes mistakes also happen for a cause. So we have to see the brighter side always. So that's how it is, Roshan.
Yeah, it's beautiful how you explain that, India is culturally diverse in itself. So once you have adjusted to this Indian ecosystem, adjusting anywhere else becomes very easy for
Yes,
especially.
exactly. Yes.
Okay. So on the same lines, I do know that you once aspired to join the army. You also thought of pursuing law to now leading global strategic procurement. So how did these early ambitions of yours shape the person that you are today? Or be it for anybody else, how do these early ambitions shape the person they are today?
Yes, no, very, very good question. You're taking me back to the year 2000, when I basically started, or the journey started 25 years back. So, wanted to be a lawyer. No, first wanted to join the Indian Army. So, I had nothing aim in life but Indian Army. But suddenly I realized my the eyes were not coping up to the needs, though physically I was fit. And many times I did a research, why does the army need people with eyes, when with good eyes, when you have operations and stuff? But that was beyond, I think they need super fit people. So I lived with that pain for long. And then appeared for national laws college in Bangalore. It was the second year. I stood second all India waiting list second, and unfortunately that year there was a admission goof up in the engineering, and the nobody qualified for the law. And in fact the first waiting list guy also could not get it, so that regret was always there. And to compound on it, my sister went on to become a lawyer. She is a big corporate lawyer, though she agrees that in front, though she knows all the laws, but when it comes to argument, I usually win it without actually knowing the law and stuff. So that really helps. And then further, my brother-in-law is from the Indian Army. So when I got married, I realized my brother is law is in the Indian Army. So all around, though I wanted to, forget that regret, but it used to come back all the time. And no and today, in fact, my son, who just passed the 11th standard or 10th standard, he aspires to be a lawyer. So that's how it is. So sometimes no, you cannot avoid something. I think you have to quickly accept it. And fortunately in purchasing I am able to do both, because sometimes I have to take over the Indian Army role. Sometimes you have to have the BrahMos missiles and stuff. Then sometimes you have to be the Indian Army peacekeeping force. So, and then lawyer, each time you have to go through the contract and you have to check it. So I think at hindsight I was destined to be in purchasing, and that is why I could not go to Indian Army and I could not go to be a lawyer. But my regret of law, I completed a postgraduate diploma in business law, and it was there. And so it so I took advantage of those shortcomings which I could not qualify, or I could not make it. But eventually in purchasing I love it, because as I told you, it's you have to be a lawyer. Sometimes you have to show all your intelligence from the army. So it has been, so it is like a jigsaw puzzle. So sometimes when you are young you don't realize it, but after 25 years, when you see the jigsaw puzzle, no, that is how it had to be. You cannot change it, you cannot push it, you cannot pull it. So it takes it. Your intent has to be good. I always believe, your intent has to be good. If your intent is good, I think the results will come. So it might take time, but it will come. So that's how I have followed it so far.
That's really interesting. I really agree on the line that if the intent is right, everything else falls in place.
Yes, yes, yes.
So you have, championed environmental sustainability. I recently saw your LinkedIn post where you're winning clean mobility awards. So how is sustainability goals influencing your decisions today? Is it a mandatory thing or a conscious decision that you guys always keep in your mind? How is it?
Yes, I guess it was not the case 3 years back, because India being a developing country, that was not the need. So it all started again a chance, cause it all started where we had a chance where I took over additional responsibility to lead the sustainability part of the journey. And primarily because one of my previous bosses was leading sustainability, so I was nominated to lead from India. So, and when you have the responsibility to lead, no, it adds up to additional pressure. You have to know more than others. And so each step, so I didn't know anything on sustainability, to be honest, because it was coming. And then I took my own initiative to take few courses, to CII, Indian Confederation of Indian Industry, teachers. And then it became like, suddenly I saw that it became a blue ocean. It for me, it was a opportunity. And just to make sure that it becomes a part of my normal curriculum, every month we have a sustainability newsletter, and it is happening for now last 3 years. Every month we do it by 25th or 28th, and I make sure I read. and I make sure I contribute. And by doing that, automatically, suddenly I started seeing people asking me, hey, what's happening on sustainability? Can I see your SBTi report? So which was like, oh wow. So what started as a initiation to help, or as a core lead, but now it became a responsibility. And so that was the starting point. And then you had to India was always lagging behind our expectations. Globally, we have a very big ambition globally to make sure everybody is aware. And so so that again was an opportunity, right? Okay, so India has a lack of awareness. India doesn't know this. So I don't like when people keep on saying India is not good or stuff. So for me, it's an opportunity. So, and we learn the highest, we have the highest agility. So along with the team, so many of our guys accepted the fact. We did our online courses, we accepted the fact, and then we moved on. And then it became like the passion became a trend. And then each time, each quarter, we are having it. And I can tell you proudly, from 24 till now, every ideally we have to do twice a year, but now we have shifted it to quarter. So last convention we did it in our Bangalore facility, so well recognized. So it's become a part of the normal. And end of the day, no, I have also to be leaving the planet with the planet, green. So with that mission, so, and all our procurement needs, we are being very sustainably focused. So we are, helping our suppliers and coaching them, so that they are all taking the right steps, and we don't take just the decisions on few matrices. We have to be responsible in terms of our environment. So it's again a big drive. And again, those if you see, my journey has been like places where 2000 people told me, hey, how you, a Bengali who is in north 2007, how you will survive in Chennai? So first year was very difficult, but my growth has been where people have refused or denied or were afraid. I took those challenges unknowingly. So there was no formula behind it. Unknowingly I took it. And now, as the jigsaw puzzle formula, it plays up. Same for sustainability. So I took it, and it became a passion. And I will continue this forever now.
That's nice to know how sustainability has become a passion for you now.
Yes.
So yeah, you're such an active and energetic person. I keep seeing your LinkedIn posts. You keep doing so many stuff. So how do you continue to balance your work, your health, your wellness, family, and also tutoring your kids? So what habits or philosophies keep you centered through all of these that's happening in your life?
It's very tough. So if you ask this question to my wife, you will have a different answer. You will ask this question to my kids, they might have a different answer. So for me, work is passion. So I don't feel tired when I work. More I work, more I feel, I it's like I charge my batteries when I work. So many people get discharged when they work. I charge my batteries when I work. And I do things which charges me, so I try to avoid those things. I try to talk less to few people. There are some people, you go, you get discharged, so I know those people, so I try to avoid them. So while going in work, like as soon as I enter the office, or in fact I take 2 hours to reach to my workplace. It's far off. I recently shifted my house, so in the 2 hours, uh, I have already covered till Wednesday on a Monday morning. So I have already touched Wednesday. And I always believe you have to start early. So on Saturday, Sunday, I prepare it well. I know what exactly I have to do. And so that doesn't create much pressure. So, and it's always the break even point of a person, you usually don't know. And the brain is elastic. So I always believe, push yourself hard. And there was a time when I did my MBA in Great Lakes. So it was a working level MBA. So I used to go on a Saturday, and from morning it used to start from 8 o'clock. It will end at 1:30, 2:30 in the night. I was already married. I had 2 kids by that time. And then Sunday again we will wake up, and then we will do it. And in my class I had youngsters like you, and there were doctors, there were youngsters, and to meet there, and sometimes I am more energetic than them. So energy is nothing to do with age, it's the mindset. So that one life, and get the best out of it. Enjoy your life, I think, and do things which you like. So I love to read. I like, in fact, there is like, in my home, I don't have place to keep any of my books and stuff, but no, I told my wife, when I die, so the books, give it to someone, because that's the only possession I have. So no, and I try to, by now I know what things charge me, what things don't charge me. So I try to do more of that, so, and I love to, because usually when I'm talking, when I'm walking, when I'm cycling, some things come in my mind, so I can like, I'm good in multitasking, but sometimes it adds to the pressure. So, but when I'm teaching my son or teaching my daughter, there is no chance, because they give me only 30 minutes, or might be I have 40 minutes. So I have to prepare, and I have to make sure that whatever I know, it goes in their blood. So I cannot just go and touch them. So no, so that focus helps me, because I can't meditate too long, because the mind is always active. So I try to do things which really charges my battery. So that's how the secret has been so far.
That's really nice. Knowing yourself definitely changes the perspective of our lives.
Yes, sure.
So I have one last question. So, what is your current definition of success? I'm sure your definition of success when you started your career, that is 25 years back, would have been something different. It would have evolved over the time. So, how has it evolved, and what is your current definition of success?
No, I don't know. Your questions are super good. Thank you for this question. And absolutely, it has changed. I was, when I started, I had more failures than success. So that failures, initial years, you go through that grind. So it was tough. It was not easy. Nothing came to me in golden platter. So each time, each movement, each job, each challenge, each location was a challenge. So so I started with that initial frustration, or always I wanted to be I never wanted to be second to someone, anyone. So that's how, so, but today that's not the definition. Today it's more like, coexist, ask for help. There were times where I never, like, I struggled, but I never asked. I was shy. To ask help was for me, like, oh, why I should ask, like that. But there was no ego. I was like a water. I was very easy to go with. But my battles were my battles. Like, I remember I used to work with one of my previous bosses. So if anybody goes to his room, I used to believe he was taking multi commodity, multi BGs, like interior stuff, electronic stuff. So if one of my CBU or anybody goes to him, I used to see, "Hey, why he's going. Is there any issue with interior?" So everything was very personal to me. I was like, oh, my area, my, So it came because I used to have a lot of, dedication. Like, I used to be like like a dedicated worker. Like, I used to go, it's my, I will make my boss life peaceful. I will not allow him to have any escalation. So that created a lot of pressure on me itself. So fortunately I married to a psychologist. So in year 2006 I married to a psychologist. So she understood me very well. And each time, there was somebody at home now who could help me. And where it was easy to, easy to vent out, easy to, I don't have to, put a mask. I don't have to behave I'm the Indian army guy or I'm the lawyer, nothing. So I can be, very genuine. And that helped me. And as I progressed, as I learned, as I matured, it was more like, success is, end of the day, while you go home in the night, you should feel that you have given it in everything, and there was no chance left. And there are chance causes. Sometimes you don't get results immediately. There will be times that the, all your stars have to be, planetary effects have to be there. So you have to wait. You have to, I have learned, you have to be patient. Sometimes you cannot get things, like ATM machine, you cannot. But intent has to be there. I strongly believe intent has to be there. The passion has to be there. One life, you have to create that, that you have to leave your legacy. End of the day, when people leave, they should have, wow, we worked with a good person, Like I have my own charges. Like I know these people charge me, these people don't charge me. I'm sure when somebody else is talking to me, they're also thinking like that, right? So, and it's a challenge. So if you have somebody coming in your team, he would have had previous bosses. So how you are rated against him? It's life is all about comparison, right? Excepting parents and our family, we tend to compare everything, right? So so you should be able to leave a legacy, and I'm proud that there are people, like, they say once beaten twice shy. So you don't work, or a boss or a mentor will never work with a person who you don't correlate, right? I have been proud that many of my team members have come back to me again, and with organizations moving here and there. So they love to work, and so that has been the achievement, that how people are connected with you. Sometimes when you don't have the power, or when you don't have the position, are people in touch with you? I think that is success for me. When you have, everybody will say yes to you. But when you don't have, or when you don't have the power to influence, are you in touch? So, and I'm happy that those people who have worked with me, way back in 2007, are in touch. There are people who are only asking help when they need help. So they are not in touch for 2 years. Suddenly I get a message. I know the next thing is their CV is on the way. So sometimes it was like, oh shit, these guys are not in touch for last 3 years. Now when they need help, they come. But then I feel okay. At least they would have thought about me, that, oh, this guy can help you. So I think that is success for me. To make sure that your people around you, and they have that feeling, chalo, somebody is there, who will fight for you, who will. And I had a very good boss, in my last organization. I learned it from him, to be honest, for with you. So he fought for me. There were cases where, when those people who I knew, who I trusted more, when the situation became tough, they just disappeared. Like sublimation. From solid, they didn't even become liquid. They went to a gaseous state. So they, and they knew me for 15 years. And this French guy, who was my purchasing manager, unbelievable. He didn't know me. He was sitting in France, but the wavelength, the resonance. And I always believe, when you work with a bad boss, you realize the importance of a good boss. So you have to, success is like that. Your guys should come and tell you, hey, look, I have a problem, I need your help. So and it needs a lot of courage. It needs a lot of courage, and the teamwork, the strength. And then end of the day, there are suppliers who I have worked, who are, I moved my commodity, but they're still in touch with me. Hey, Neil, those ideas which you gave to me, are still valid. No, might be I had 300 suppliers, only it might be 10 are in touch, because the rest 290, where they know I can't influence anything now because my commodities are different. But that 10 people out of those 300, that is success. So that those guys who really meant, who really valued you, and end of the day, you will differentiate. You will know who is just doing it for the heck of doing, and who is doing it for, they love you. I think that is success. So this 13,000 followers in LinkedIn, is not success. The success is in that how many of them are reading my post, how many of them are, usually I try to, write something, and whole week's reflection, I capture it. Is one day I want to write a book, so I have been trying it for last 4 years. Unfortunately, I have not been able to do. So just to overcome that guilt, every weekend, whenever I get something, I write it in the LinkedIn, because I know the history gets generated, and whenever the time permits, I will do it one day. So, but the success is again who reads it, who follows it. And there are guys who I have never met. No, there is a guy in Bangalore, there is a guy in Pune, or there is a girl in one part of the world, who are reading it, and who can apply it. I think that is success. So that, you have that, how do you call, you have the effervescence, right? You put a perfume, you have the effervescence, right? Nobody knows which perfume you are putting, but you get that good feel, right? So I think that's all success. Sorry, I'm being too philosophical, but no, your questions are so touchy. So no, it's all coming out.
We
Yes,
definitely look forward to reading your book someday.
yes, yes.
Okay. So now we're moving ahead to the second round of our podcast, which is called as the rapid fire round, where I want you
Okay.
to answer in a single word or a single phrase, preferably.
Okay.
Okay. So, what is that one trait that you always look for when you're hiring a team member?
Attitude. So for
Perfect.
me, that defines. Yeah.
Coaching or cost cutting? What excites you more today and why?
Coaching with a flavor to get cost cutting is what incites me. Both are both have to coexist.
That's nice. So, if you could leave a sticky note on every corporate desk, what would it say?
Smile. We hardly smile these days. When we were kids, we used to smile, but everybody is under tension. Smile often because it reduces all the pressure. You create a good ambience around, and then you can win. Yeah, smile. Everybody should smile.
Interesting. What was your I've made it moment? The one that truly gave you goosebumps?
Winning the Railway award from my previous the French guy which I told you, the we had a Railway award, across 5 regions. So winning it the third time, so each we won it already 2 times in 5 years we had won it. The third time was a goosebump moment because I didn't know. It was a very close fight between one of the regions. So that was the last. After that I left. So that will be my most memorable moment.
That's really nice. Fantastic. So we'll move ahead to the third round where we'll show you a
Yeah.
few trendy, funny tech memes and we want to know your reaction. What are your first thoughts on them? So this is our first meme where you're trying to balance work and life. So how do you find this relatable?
Yes, yes. Sometimes the muscles pain. Like last week, full 5 days I was out, and today like the body gave up. So, but the 5 days was like I didn't feel any tiredness, though my team must be tired. So once I came back, and you feel tired. So being a Saturday, I can correlate. So the poor bird needs some rest as well. So yes, but it's interesting. Yes.
Yeah. So this is our next meme where so I think this is a perfect representation of a boss and a leader. So a boss just tells, whereas a leader actually leads the team. So how
Yes.
relatable is this?
No, very much. And there are team members who have told me that after reaching so high, so much I have achieved, but I have not forgotten my roots. No, I don't. And when the battle becomes a tough, no, I think the best comes when you are in crisis. So I always. I don't that first image never coexist in my characteristics, and because I have worked with few bosses, no, in crisis I know how they reacted and how they left. So no, I always wanted to be somebody, and I was fortunate to have some people like that. No, so when crisis, when everybody went home in the night, when there was a red alert or a yellow alert, those guys were there. No, and the French guy who I used to tell you, no, in from we had huge many supplier crises. He will in the evening or in the night he will send me a message, Neil, did you have your dinner? That's it. He never asked me, give me a one pager, give me this, that, nothing. He asked me, did you have the dinner? And he knew when I say I will give him the updates. No, so no, that is leadership, right? No, and when the team is in crisis, don't ask them too many questions. No, they are in crisis. You need to help them. Come to the game bar, take the hard step. So I think and your team feels sometimes they might feel, oh, the boss is coming, and though he's a leader, but he's not allowing us to do that. That can be also perceptions, but when things go tough, I remember this World Cup final when India won. No, Dhoni, when it won. He came. He didn't allow the final when India Sri Lanka in Mumbai. He came, so he won the match. He didn't want to take the match to the last over. Usually Dhoni takes the match to the last over, right? So, but that day it was like coming and winning the cup. We waited 11 years. So sometimes as a leader, you have to be, the first one, and give the credit, take the blame, and be the first one to take the bullet. I think that's how leadership should be. So fully resonate with this.
Beautiful. So Teamwork makes the dream work. How true.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Because no, when we hire, also we don't hire for no. I don't hire for no. If I have somebody who's very good in costing, I don't hire another guy who is very good in costing. So if the costing guy is not having a good communication skill or he's not street smart, we try to hire a guy with less costing skill but a great no communication skill, so that we coexist. We have, we end of the day, we don't want to have a team of stars and no, don't not to win the matches, right? So you would have studied, there was one case study where no, the best teams or best players of all the teams, they formed the world 11 and they played against Australia, and Australia won it. So it is Australia's team versus the rest. Like each country had two players, two best players, but they could not defeat Australia. No, so it's always the teamwork. It's always the mindset that you are not bigger than the team. I think that feeling has to be. There are people who are, without them nothing can happen. I don't agree to that mindset. It is more like no, taking the team along, and this really no coexists.
That's nice. Yeah. So we have the last funny meme. Leaving work on a Friday is like,
No, this I cannot correlate because usually I like Saturday Sundays also I like to work. So I know, as I told you that 2 hours on Saturday I go through the pending tasks. No, I take those movements, my time where I see, but I this is is more for I can't correlate this with this much, but there are times when no, like example, no, you have a festival coming, or when you have a special occasion like your kid is turning a 13 years or a 15 years, or you have to go to the school to collect his school card. No, that time I behave this way. So it is more, you can remove that Friday, but the rest, leaving work, if there is something great at home, no, or some great which you cannot, no, which comes once a blue moon, or no, where if you miss it you regret 365 days. So those moments I will become like the Superman in your picture, but rest of the days it is I'm grounded. Yeah.
that's nice to know your perspectives. So now I want you to nominate any two people, probably somebody around you or somebody with whom you've worked with, who you think would be a great choice for us to ask them questions in our future episodes.
No, definitely. I would no, definitely. Since you had lot of purchasing view today, you also had and very great questions. And I attended few. I attend lot of talk sessions, and so it is sometimes very boring because no, you were not challenged, and you are not. So you forced me to think, and it was good, and no, and it was very spontaneous. So thank you, both of you. And I have one of my previous mentors who I told you, so I will introduce you to him. He stays now, he's retired. So let me check with him, and I am sure he can add value. And might be I will also introduce you to one of my, there is a coach who is a leadership coach, so who I know, and I think those two people I will try to introduce you, and then you can take it forward.
That's really nice.
Yes.
So with that, we come to the end of our podcast. Thank you so
Oh, it
very much.
ended so quickly. Huh? I thought, oh, no, it's a 45 minutes. I didn't see the time at all. No, so it was super exciting, and
Yeah,
I didn't know it will end. No, that's how good things end in life quickly. So that's how, and we have been waiting for this day. So
I'm sure your insights would be, valued by a lot of our viewers. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this podcast with the two of us. We are honored by that. Any last few words, thoughts? How did you enjoy the podcast?
no, no, it was. I loved it, and there was no masking and nothing. I didn't prepare anything. I didn't know what you will finally what I will answer. So in fact, my wife was asking, "Hey, you need to prepare and stuff," but I wanted to make it, straight from the heart. I think 25 years teaches you to be honest, and you have to face reality. And I think last message is, I believe in law of karma. So you get what you give, so there is always that instinct, you will not gain anything extra by harming anyone, so intentions have to be good, as usual. Help others, you will get it in return. So, and keep your energy high, because things will not be the same all the time. There will be, there are phases in life where you will get everything. You can go with the buoyancy. There are times when the buoyancy will be against you, so the relativity will not be there. And read more, because today, there was a need which I follow, is like, as leaders we were supposed to know everything, but today the need is that, are we agile to learn everything, so from knowing to learning, I think that journey is good. Read books, I think, challenge yourself. There are great authors, I follow few of them, like Mr. Prakash Iyer, Mr. Shiv, he's in fact launching his new book. So he's launching the book on 25th of July. I have never met him. V Shivakumar, he was ex PepsiCo chairman and stuff, and he keeps on writing. So I'm waiting eagerly 25th July when it will come. The book has come yesterday night. You can order, pre-ordered. So I ordered it. So though once it comes, might be I'll not read it, but I have that satisfaction. Oh, the guy's book I have with me. No, I think you should have the childlike emotions, because as we grow, we suddenly become, we add that walls, we become condensed. So enjoy your life, and read, challenge yourself. One life, I think, and keep people happy. Have that effervescence. When you go or when you are not there, people should say, "Arey yaar, we worked with a great guy." I think that should be the last thought which I have.
Thank you. Thank you so much once again.
Yes, thank you so much, and see you soon.
Yeah. See you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know which sections did you enjoy the most and what questions you have for our next guest. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. Your support means a lot to the two of us. Signing off, Rohan Niranjan Kalpavruksha.